what I am going to do, there's no campaign available. I'm just going to have to create a campaign of my own. It's going to be private because we're going to solo this. We're going to solo this. 3 wizards in a trench coat. Oh no, the wizard's 3. It's really just a Human. It's been Human the whole time. Oh, God. So here we are, folks. If you've never seen Trials of Mount Tiamat before, this is the create a campaign screen. Now you can either create your own or you can join one. There currently aren't any available for my tier level. Now there might be open campaigns, but I am a noob. I am brand new, which means the only campaign I can join is a normal campaign. I can't go to this, it's locked. Must complete previous difficulty level to unlock. You have to complete a level to be able to go up. The higher you go up, the more health they have. Like we start at 4 EO8, 7.5 EO8, but the rewards you get go up too, right? So max currently 1333 scales of Tiamat. This is what we care about. This is whatever. 1867 on the next one. Good boost. Yeah. The first one you can just create over and over and over. The second one you need either lesser blood vials or prismatic blood vials to open. And that's what you get out of the chests is these lesser blood vials. Prismatic blood vials are meta event rewards or cash purchases. Don't even bother with those. Okay, so I'm going to create a private campaign. Oh, God. I'm trying to think about, like, what do we have? We don't have a time. I'm trying to think of, do I need Jarlaxle? I'm going to lose Jarlaxle for 7 days. That's painful. Okay. So I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need? Do I need to earn favor in anything that we need to do first? But we're just going to go back to Baldur's Gate and start doing variants. We have a lot of favor there. Tyrell's my main. How dare you? Yeah, I could. Oh, that's true. I can Mako it. Never mind. We'll Mako it. Uh-oh, better get Makos. Now, here's the thing. The first time you do these, there's a set of skins you can get. And it's for... please don't join my campaign, folks. I will restart it. I'm doing this solo. You get these cool worm speaker skins, and it's the first time you complete a campaign doing the forest. You get the crawl one, and etc. etc. There's also a second set of skins behind these, so the first 2 times you complete stuff. So you kind of, when you do these, you kind of want to swap through and pick up the skins. And I can't remember. Well, we're just going to do it. We're going to do a swap. Okay. And then we come over here, and then this is the second part, and this confuses a lot of people. Like, what the hell is going on here? Different champions give different bonuses. Like, this is enemy spawn speed. It's a speed effect. Well, we don't care about that. So don't bother with that. Max health. Increase assault party damage. That's one of the big ones. The value here is based off your item levels. So my item level is 68. That's almost a nice item level average. The higher your item level, the higher this boost is. This is one of the big ones. The assault party damage is one of the big ones. The other one we're going to look at, there's a bunch of these, but the assault party damage and, where is it? Scales. Where's... oh, here it is. 6% more scales. We're just going to go with that. I think. Yeah. So now my reward is going to go from 1333. It's going to be boosted by 6.12%. Plus, if I'm successful, I get another boost. I hate that mechanic, but and that's it. Normally you would run this and you get 5 people in and you go for it, but we're gonna do. Nope, we're gonna do the solo thing. So the first time there's a lot of achievements available for Trials of Mount Tiamat, and the two that people find the most challenging to get are to being the highest DPS in a group and completing all 7 days. Because usually there's a lot of people, you're probably in a group and someone's going super hard and they're going to out DPS you. That's one of the problems. And the other problem is going all 7 days. Usually you defeat it before 7 days. So we're going to try to create a scenario where we can complete this, and we just do just enough that it's going to take us 7 days. Now Makos is standing here. I'm so used to it, Jarlaxle. Makos is standing here, and he's in our assault party. We no longer get to use him anywhere else. He's busy. He's busy. He'll be blocked out when we go to do an adventure, and he's gone until we defeat Tiamat. So normally with 5 people, there would be like, we're in the swamp. There'd be somebody in the forest. There'd be somebody in the plains. There's someone in the underground, and like you'd see 5 people out here with their contributions. Every day is a different restriction, like it additively restrictions. So you could end up with 7 different restrictions, or you can end up with a lower number of restrictions, but the values go up. So today, our first day, it's wisdom. We can't use anyone with wisdom score or 10 or like lower than 10. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. Our area goal is complete area 100. Super easy. And we'll earn 100 DPS from this. So what does earning 100 DPS mean? What we're doing is we're trying to set a base amount of damage that is a DPS contribution we're giving to the party, to our assault party. And then each day, by completing the area goals here, you're adding this value on top of yours, and that's how you're actually killing Tiamat. These boosted daily bonuses. So day 1 is the important day. This is our day 1. The day 1 is there's no normal reset day. Day 1 is whenever you started it. Now you can see time left. 23 hours and 57 minutes left today, right? Total 6 days, 23 hours, 57 minutes. We got to do 400 million damage in that 7-day period. It is literally damage per second that we're contributing to our party total. And our reward, if we're successful, remember the base value is 1333. If a victory bonus adds 350%, plus our champion bonus of 6.12, woo, would give us 6,366 scales. Solid. It's a solid amount of scales for day 1. I mean, it could be bigger if I'd had a bigger Makos, but I don't. So our goal here, I think the numbers that most people talk about to do 7 days is somewhere between E185 and E200. I always shoot for E187. We're gonna try to create a situation that generates E187 Bud or E185 ish, and then that should come out here and it should say E187, and then we're gonna stop. No requirements filled in automatically. Are they? Are they? Hold on. I gotta restart now. What? Yeah, we call sending one of these champions away for a week to the assault party as jury duty, because it's trials, right? It's the trials of Mount Tiamat, but it's trials. We're on trial. They're gone for a week. It's jury duty. Okay, hold on. Oh, the music stopped. That's better. Okay. Complete area 100. Only shows wisdom score, blah, blah, blah. Trials. Bahamut's favor is what we earn here. And then we've got these scrolls. Here. Desperation increases all champion damage by 200%, and you can stack up to 20 of them. Brutality is all champ damage by 400%, and you can stack up to 10. Abundance is gold find 200%. Wealth is gold find 400%. And then the all important ones are assault, party damage, scrolls of assault. Stack up to 5. I'm not using any. I'm not going to use any. And honestly, most of the time, I don't use any. Alright, a new campaign. Vecna, Eve of Ruin, and Vecna Emergence. Classic Beholder Familiar Pack. He looks so happy. Classic Mimic, getting ready to punch you in the face with that pseudopod. That's hilarious. Okay, hold on. Let's gather our rewards here. We can turn off the distractive blinking thing. Vecna Emergence. Okay. Let's do this thing. So we only have to go 100 areas. You know what? Yeah, we just did this before. I'm gonna do it again. Again, I told you they scale real well. They scale real well early on. So we're gonna start with this, and then we'll switch. And somehow we're gonna have to try to create. I mean, we can totally. I'm pretty sure we can create E185 damage. But we're gonna start off like this. So let's throw some speed here, so we're not here forever. I'm not sure if I want to throw gold find at it. I will throw click damage at it though. Wizards 3 was started by Mordenkainen with Dalamar and Elminster to help keep balance in the multiverse. Who's Dalamar? Haven't changed members of Mordenkainen's joined the hub, and the current adventure it's Mordenkainen, Tasha, and Illustriel, I think? We're talking about Illustriel of Silvery Moon, right? Start time gated as well. Is the start of trials? Is that what we're talking? No. Like again, you start it whenever you want to start it. But yeah, well, you got to fill your group. If you're gonna do a group, you got to wait for your group to fill up. But there's no gating at all. 187 is not a Demolition Man reference. Although, I mean, it can be if you want it to be, but that's not where that number comes from. It shows up there. I think a lot of people would reference it as probably as a Demolition Man reference, but that's not its earliest usage. Renzo thanks his sidekick. Sonata, thank you for 5 months with Prime. Much appreciated. Delamar's Raceland's a premise. Okay. 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 Alright, Vecna Emergence, folks. Vecna are emerging. We got a pirate. It's Pirate Princess Diana and Pirate Azaka. I can't wait to get these on my main account. Again, defeat Vecna 100 times. All you gotta really do, folks, is do free plays. They tick up. If you see over here, available corrupted gems, it ticks up over time. And they drop just like event tokens. So all you gotta do is be killing in free plays and you'll get this. You can also go do adventures and variants that have a Vecna in them. Or multiple Vecnae, and they'll drop it too, but free plays are your friend. The big thing is just make sure you're killing 100 of them a day. That'll get you these, and that gets you 3,500 per quest across 9 days. And that same value of 9 times 3,500 is what's available over here. It's the 31,500 from just kills. So you can get it 63,000 total. Yeah, let's go look at the shop. So they restocked the pigments. Slot 3 Golden Epic, Guiding Hand, okay. Ultimate attack damage, don't care. So that, to me, this is no thanks. And these are the ones from last time. They'll stick around, but they'll be gone at the end of this emergence. Pirate Diana, that does look so good. The boring cat. I love that she's like a bit like a bit of a voodoo Diana with the skull there on her hip. Pirate Azaka. I want to know what the dog, like, who let the dogs out? What are her tiger? Are they tigers? Are they dogs? Are they something else? Somebody tell me. Evelyn's Conduit of Light 80%. Did you heal me? Oh, yay! We're best friends now. That's how it works. I got a 4.0 GPA. Nice. So, and this is to, I believe this is to qualify her for Strahd, right? Definitely worth picking up. Dritz Mithril Hall +1. Sure. Health of Krydle, that's a big fat no. It's a big fat no. Krydle isn't a health tank. And then I stay away from these. This, I gotta say, at first glance, this looks like he's giving you the finger, but I get that it is 2, but it really doesn't look that way at first glance. So yeah, I mean, I think on my main account, I'm picking up these. And then I'm picking up this. Oh, they're probably picking up both of these. Well, no, just picking up. Well, no, I may not pick up either of those. I may wait for all of those, honestly. No, I want the speed. I want her the speed champion in Strahd stuff. I don't know if I'll pick up either of those. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it more heavily tomorrow on GG2E. They're armored Vacane? Oh, it's RIP Gem Farms. Maybe? Yeah, sort of. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Try it. I don't know if that is a problem for a gem farm. I think the bigger problem is, are they ranged? Are they ranged Vecna? Right behind the portals moves? A little bit. Not seeing anything over here. No? Yeah, it does, but not much. I don't think it spoils anything, which would have been what I would have wanted to find out. Right? Oof, we don't get Briv. Folks, we don't get Briv. Oh, this is how you tell who you get. They give you the little, oh, wow. They give you the 5-headed Tiamat. Can't use that champion. Man. That's a big loss. Okay. Okay. See how it is. Also, the different maps you go to, like we're in the swamp, they've got different enemies to fight. So your selection, you can make your selection based off that, but you should get used to being able to go anywhere. Because you're gonna want to do every map at least twice for the skins, right? And then you never know what you're going to end up having to take in a public group. Fritz is only 5 cans to the usual 10. I think that's because his is a rare instead of an epic. We're talking about the feed over here. Yeah, his is a rare. That's the first. I think that might be the first rare we've seen. Usually it's just epic feeds. No ranged? Oh. Then gem farms may be just fine. Maybe. No Egbert either? So we can Gale tank with like Krydle here. We'd have no health though. We can Gromma tank and Nyali tank. That wouldn't be good. Well, I don't have the feet because we're gonna want a Karlach DPS, right? The Nyali, a Kreidler Gale maybe, so we have some health. Arizaga's pets are basic tigers. Boo. I always want to see those changed. Always. I always want to see a different pet. And I still think I know they put the big old mastiffs or whatever in her farmer skin, but those should have been golden retrievers. And I will hold that grudge that it wasn't to the end of my days. Just golden retrievers made so much sense for Farmer Azaka. Is paid. Wait, why is Delana available? That's not who I put in this gem farm. It's supposed to be a Delana gem farm. What are you doing? Background party. Hey, Psychosis. Now, again, we only have to complete Area 100, but that's not how this works. That's not how Trials Day 1 works. Day 1, you're shooting to complete a high amount of damage. Yeah, originally I read that as Dabsis Taco, and I was like, what? But it's not what it says. Let's just get rid of the background party. Just focus on our Trials party, which means we can do 6 familiars on the screen for the first time ever. And I mean, we lost. Well, Makos is off on jury duty, and then we don't get Nornum, so pushing in this slot is basically non-existent. I guess Diana. It would be Diana because she's got the best gear and item levels. Remember, what we wanted to watch down here is because I'm doing this solo, I'm gonna want to. It's gonna be important to keep an eye on my blood values. Obviously, we're nowhere near where they need to be. But as we get higher, as we get upgrade more, and we might even have to do 2 runs. I don't know. We might have to do a run for favor because we're gaining favor here, and then we may have to come back. We'll see. Do another run. Did I use the code for 2 free Diana chests? I did. Why do they randomly spend your gears at the end? Because you had over 7,500. Those are the rules. If you have over 7,500, they buy randomly until you're below 7,500. So if you don't want them to buy randomly, you need to spend them. That's how Events 2.0 works. Well, it's a good thing. Because there's nothing. The problem, one of the problems with Events 2.0 tokens, event tokens, is that they don't really tell you what to do with your event tokens. So a lot of newer players are just gonna maybe not do anything with them. And this way they actually get the chests and then they learn, right? Whereas the established players are supposed to just know, hey, I gotta go spend my tokens. So you hold over $74.99 or less, and then in between events, you can keep popping bounty contracts if you want, because it's going to stack them up for you in your inventory, like this event token. Buy from one of the two main champs. No, it's gonna buy randomly. Those are the rules. It's just gonna buy randomly. Again, if you want something specific, you got to go do it yourself. They're trying to encourage. I mean, the system at least is better than nothing. You're not losing the tokens like you used to, right? But it's trying to teach you that you need to go make your decision. Will Vecnus turn up to be killed on patron free plays? Yes, any free plays. Any free plays. But yeah, I mean, at least we're getting something. In the old system, you got nothing. You could have 100,000 tokens, and they all just went poo. But any champion that you've chosen in the event, that not just the two feature champions, but any flex champions, it's just going to spin them randomly. Because if you chose that champion, you chose them, so they're going to spin on them. They can't keep, man, the forced windows, though, they cause problems. So, I don't know. Again, the idea is that you have to learn that it's doing this, so that in the future you do it yourself. Well, you are going to get random stuff, yeah. If you don't have enough before when you log in, then yeah, you're gonna get a random purchase. But it's not crap. I mean, I guess to you, you're assuming it's crap. But if it had landed somewhere you liked it, you wouldn't be saying that, right? So, and it can't be the new champion, because sometimes they're going to give us 2 new champions, and sometimes they're not going to give us a new champion at all. They're going to give us 2 rework champions. So, I mean, it's just, this is the way that makes sense. It may not, make you the happiest, but it makes sense. Like the things that happening in my opinion, the things that happen in games should educate you on how to play the game. In the past, you just lost stuff, and it was, man, that was a painful lesson. Like, oh my god, I lost all my tokens because I didn't log in. Now at least you're getting some value out of them. Is it where you wanted it? No. So the lesson is, gotta try to do that. But if you only barely had over 7,500, that's a less painful lesson than it could have been, right? I just went over right beforehand and spent like 22,000. I was glad it was only 22,000. I thought it might have been higher than that. I might have gotten that spent randomly. Yeah. I mean, could there be a better way? Sure. But, quality of life improvements in Idle Champions are slow, and when they are slow to arrive, when they arrive at all. Like for a new, like they don't necessarily sit and polish a system when it comes out until it's like in a fantastic state. They just do enough to make sure they fix all the bugs, and then they might add a couple extra quality of life features, and they move on. So, and then if they ever come back to that system again, we're lucky, it feels like. Which is why I can't stand it when they release something and then they move on, and I'm like, oh, but there's so much that needs changed, and it's like, I just gotta forget about it at that point. Well, not even perk a familiar. If you could just tick a priority list, like if you could just arrange them in the priority that you would want chests something. Like if you just had an auto buy list, and then you could just slot one champion in there if you wanted, and it would only auto buy that champion. Or you could put a couple, and it bounces between them, right? Like that would be neat. I don't think we're ever going to see it, so I try not to think about it. You know. Then get a favor pop up at the end of the March. That's because you still have time. Yeah, it doesn't force you to convert right away like a time gate. If you want it right now, then you come over here, and then you click through, like through your campaigns, until you get to Modron March. And then you convert it wherever you want it, manually. So I'm going to put it over here in Tiamat. And that will help me now when I go back to do Tiamat. Wait, hold on. Maybe we do that when we just do Dragon Beta. Folks who weren't here for our run through of the Mad God, I like to run the core champions on a 0 favor thing like this, because my speed and other stuff aren't going to work right away. And then I will switch to a stronger group once I have a decent baseline of gold up here to spend. But they upgrade fairly efficiently with low gold because they're core champion. You should be able to go pretty far, man. Again, what you're going to want to do is if the favor scaling is horribad like Fortune's Wheel, make sure you've got a pushing party on a hotkey and a gold find party on a hotkey. Run a fire breath potion and dirty farm. Yeah, Tortifu, no, I get it. Yeah, other time zones, rough. That's why I said if there was just if there was a way you could tick a priority for auto spin, it'd be great. And man, I tried real hard when they were still polishing Emergence to encourage them to just look, when a day starts, you should just have all of the max amount be available at that time. So if someone wants to log in and max farm it, they can. And it's not this event token thing, and they didn't seem to really like that idea, clearly. Gold doesn't seem to be issue favor. It's just well, but that's good. That's a gold. Gold creates favor, so that's yeah, exactly. Tortifu. That's what I wanted. I wanted it to be an easy system where hey, as long as you log in once during the day, whenever that time is, you can farm out your tokens, and then you can go back to your life. Like you don't have to make idle champions your life, right? Yeah, alternate folks. Start your Vecna run with a gold find group instead of a pushing group, and then make a lot of gold on your way up, or more gold than you normally would on your way up. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good here. Damage is coming up. There's our 100, but we're going to keep going. Remember, if we stop now, our damage contribution will be 38. Here, let me demonstrate. It says 40. Additional total 40, but we haven't hit E40. We've hit E38, now E39, because what it is every time you're hitting for E38, it's additively stacking. It's additively doing the bonus here. So this damage contribution is going to keep going up every time Ashara attacks. So what we're looking for out here on additional total DPS, not combined because you might have assault party stuff, but my additional, well, total combined because I'm doing this one. I need this combined total to be 185 to 187. I don't really want to go over 190 as the base value. Hopefully that's gonna. Hopefully then that'll give us our 7 days. Oh, so they did it different. Wait, that's weird. Okay, so they. Well, I don't know. 67 gold at E17 favor. What area are you on? Sonata, if you can. What area are you on? $655. Okay. And are you using? Oh, you're just using speed champions, not gold find champions. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like they changed this so that the gold drops correctly, but they've killed the favor conversion portion. So you'll still be able to like soft cap your champions, but earning favor is non-existent. That's almost worse. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't understand what they're trying with this. Like, that restricting your favor isn't if you're able to, especially if you're able to get the gold stop. But if you can go all the way to 2,000, the challenge isn't, or not even then. If you've got power to push and you can level up your champions, what's the point of restricting the favor amount? Like, that doesn't make the campaign harder. You make a campaign harder by either giving yourself, either introducing more challenging enemies, like enemy mechanics, or by raising the health, because this game is built on damage. Gold isn't what progresses you, especially that far in. Gold find is whatever. Favor is whatever. So all you're doing is making people frustrated when they're trying to get blessings? I don't understand this. I don't understand this design philosophy of these last two campaigns. Unique. That's not. Yeah. We know how well that works. I can be unique and not play. Like, that feels like that's basically what's going to end up happening. At a certain point, people are just going to be frustrated. When you're frustrated, you stop playing. Because there's a difference between challenging and frustrating, right? Just because we can do it doesn't mean it's an enjoyable game mechanic, or that it's even challenging. I don't know. E19 is a global, so you got to get E21 there. Tier 1. Well, I don't know. I'll keep on passing my feedback up the chain, and I suggest everybody else does. But ultimately, that isn't how you make a campaign more challenging. I don't know why they're fiddling with gold numbers when what they need to be fiddling with is health values. You made a game where champions deal damage. If I can walk through an adventure because I have ridiculous damage, but I just can't buy the blessings, how is that balanced or challenging? Like, that's what I don't understand. That's the key. That's the part I don't understand. If adjusting gold find actually made it harder, sure, but by the point you get to Fortune's Wheel and Vecna, your power is in your Modron cores and your legendary effects, and not in the leveling up of your champions. Easier than the previous one. You're at E39 after one push to 2001. Interesting. Well, I mean, if it's a little easier, I guess that's better. But I really like, or the hell, I guess what I want to know is from the people uh, who map out the differences. Like, did the health values of enemies scale up? Is it harder, or is it, you know, I don't know. Yeah, the blessings aren't even that great. Yes, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, it just makes it pointless. Like, why would you? This is why I don't. This is why I don't try to progress on my main account and patrons, because the perks are garbage. Why would I care about them? Like, they don't scale based off the difficulty to earn them. So I don't. I have no interest in them. I mean, once you got the ones that are like, hey, this is for trials, then you're done. Like, yeah, no, I get it, Tutorar. It's just what I'm trying to figure out is just, did they scale? Did they make it more difficult in terms of killing stuff? And the only way you can do that is, again, raising the health or making the mechanic more difficult. You know, making the enemy mechanics more difficult. Because the game doesn't scale off gold at that point. Which is why, like, some of these are, like, when if you get all the way down here and like, hey, increases the damage of all champions when you have more than E100 gold on hand, sure, okay, that I can do this. But pricey bonds, I boost my gold find to tier 11. Why do I care? Why do I care about a tier 11 gold find perk? I don't. At that point, boosting my gold find, unless it's an outrageous amount, which it's not. To go look at it, it's 5% times 20. That's 100. I'm doubling my gold find. Woo! Like that's meaningless. Yeah, I mean, you just stop caring about that stuff. There's no reason to do it. Well, Lurking Rider, here's the thing: is Justin's looking at it from someone's perspective, from some player's perspective, but is it the right perspective? Like, there are a lot of different players, and players play differently, but who plays from his perspective? That's what's throwing me off. I don't understand that at all. Like, I don't know what player perspective goes behind the kind of things that we're seeing. Oh, now it's bugged where it's not dropping the bag. It's technically, I'll get credit for it. Everything's lagging. Everybody's playing right now. Just hammering the servers, I'm guessing. Yeah, it does get a little frustrating. But all we can do from our perspective is give feedback that we're frustrated. You tell them your emotions. Like, I feel really frustrated with this. This isn't blah blah blah. You know, ranting doesn't help, but tell them you're feeling, and giving solutions doesn't necessarily help either unless they ask. But you tell them how something makes you feel, and then it's their job to go figure out how to resolve that feeling. Literally a game developer's job. E728 HP at zone 2000? That's a lot. Yeah, so the health went up. I feel like that's a lot, right? Because I want to say normally I'm hitting like E600, like low E600s at 2000. So yeah, I mean, I like the sound of that, and if the gold is better, then great, But yeah, it's the health that has to scale. So hopefully if that's true, then they did scale the health, and so it is going to be a more challenging campaign. I'm here for that. I understand that everyone plays differently. Hard person find the happy medium. Well, it's you have to find a combination of targeting gameplay that's going to feel good to the vast majority of your players who are not hardcore players. The vast majority of players are not hardcore players of your game, and also have mechanics in there that appeal to hardcore players. That's the balance you have to find, right? But ultimately, you're trying to make the masses happy because you have to deal on volume, right? Yeah, that's what I thought, Larkin Rider. So yeah, that's a solid improvement. That's where I want to see things go up. Lediath, I mean, you can vent your frustration, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't. Since they're melee, I almost think it's good. I don't know. I don't know for like gem farms. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be. Wait, is it hit based or is it armored? Somebody told me it was armored. Is it hit based and not armored? Who's calling me? Why would somebody be calling me? I don't answer my phone. It's hit based. Oh, then never mind. Someone came in earlier and said armored. I thought they said armored. Maybe I misread it. Oh yeah, hit based is not great for Rip Gem Farm. So just find something else to do for 2 weeks, I guess. Yeah, because that wouldn't work for a Rip Gem Farm at all. At all. But for 9 days, excuse me, 9 days, not 2 weeks. 9 days. No, I don't script. I never will on this game. At least not external scripting. They just need to add more automation internally, and then it's fine. Got a full epic on Corn Evergreen? Nice, Pranali. Now, if you so choose, you could start popping patron chests to try to get more epics on your event champions. I just, honestly, Lediath, take a break for 9 days. Like... Instead of trying to find a solution gem farming on hit-based stuff. Give your champ. Look, you hit 9 jump. What are you trying to do? I don't know what IFTTT is. But by in-game stuff, I just mean more settings for like automation for modrons and stuff. Yeah, just more options for people. All right, we're at the point where we're gonna have to switch formations, and that's fine. We're at E54 damage. That ain't enough, folks. Remember, we're shooting for E185 to E190, and that turned into 57. Yeah, okay. So we're going to defeat this, then we're going to go back to Area 1. We're going to build a different formation. Come on. Okay. New formation hype. Who would I want? Best case scenario. I'm going to look at it that way, and then we're going to come back. This isn't gonna work. Well, I mean, it might. Let's try. Let's try a non. This isn't the most optimal. Let's see what happens. We're gonna do a diamond up here. I'm gonna swap these. I'm gonna do a whittle here. Penelope? We kind of have to. It's not gonna be adjacent. Could be. We could do that. We get sneaky. Sneaky. Get a little sneaky with it. That's too far out. Here. There. Okay, let's go berserk. Now we have to start watching. We have to put we're gonna have to see what kind of damage we get, and we're gonna have to take a very watchful eye to our upgrades to make sure we don't go over our damage target. This is not a normal thing you have to worry about in Trials, but because I'm trying to do this solo and have it take 7 days to get the achievements, I have to be very careful. I have to be very careful. Okay. All right, we only boosted into the 60s, so we might be okay. I'm gonna go thief. This is a gold find run technically. This is a favor run, because you can earn favor here, and we can always do a second run to get to our damage totals, which may be necessary. Wait, we're not using hitch. Okay. Wait, do we have hitch in? Like, her charisma doesn't support that. Alright. We don't have hitch in, though. Okay, he's 68. He's 69. Nice. Alright. So that'll run for a little while longer. Then we just have to keep leveling up until we get into that sweet spot. If we can do it on this run, I won't bother doing another run. If we can get to that sweet spot of 185 to 190, we'll just stop. 79 so far. Alright. Oh, if this then that? Okay. I've never heard that written that way. I mean, isn't that just what bow draw animation is? 10-day break would lead to quitting for a lot of people. No, not a 10-day break from the game. A 10-day break from gold farming or from gem farming. If that's what makes you quit, then okay, I guess you needed that to realize that the game wasn't what you want right now. I don't have a problem with people taking a break from games. It may make the people happier. It may make things more. It may put things in perspective. I don't know. They might come back and then realize, oh, I actually do like this. I just burnt myself out on it or something. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't say just stop playing the game for 9 days. Just stop Briv Gem farming. There's new content in the game. There's a lot of stuff. Pause is really dangerous. Well, but it's not. It might be for the game developers, but it's not for the player, and I care about the player, right? If pausing the game, if not playing the game for 9 days makes you realize, wow, that game doesn't actually make me happy. I'm not happy playing that game. Then I feel like that's a good thing. Good, go do something else. Yeah, it's a video. There's so many games out there. Go play something else. This is why I play multiple games. I don't, it keeps me from burning out. I don't go super heavy. I'm not hardcore. My problem is I have so much information in my head from this game that when I go play another game like Raid, I can't fit that information in my head too. I can't. Not enough room. Not enough room. Was the number again? 180. I'm going for 187, Nathalis. E187 or 187 damage contribution is my goal. I've done it that way before and it worked, so I'm hoping it'll work again. Screwing up your background parties? It might. Man, I gotta watch Tron again. I do not remember that movie. I remember playing the Light Cycle game a lot. But for some reason I do not remember the movie. And I need to watch that and the new one, like, back to back. A bigger head, it doesn't work. Can I get a new hardware install? I need another hard drive. Or soft drive, I guess? Your brain's a soft drive? Is that the way that works? Crazy. The pause between the seasons lost seeing 8 players. That isn't... I don't... Okay, so... Are we going to talk... We don't know why... Like, they'll say whatever they want to say. We don't exactly... We don't know that it's the pause that lost it. It could have just been... I mean, the seasons as a whole were less than ideal. People felt like they had to grind. It created a grind mentality, and it burnt people out. I don't feel it was the pause. I feel it was the grind. They didn't do a good enough job teaching people that seasons didn't have to be a grind. This is my opinion. I don't think that was the... You know, they're just going to look at it, and then they're going to read it however they want to interpret it, but that's not the way data works. You don't just get to support your own desires. You got to actually figure out what the root cause was. And I think it was just the fact that people were like, the complaints on the forums were, man, this is a grind. Like, you don't necessarily want that feeling. Like, oh my god, I was just doing this the whole time and I couldn't stop, and then I finally got to stop, and then it felt like from the commentaries that I saw on the posted that they felt burnt out. They felt burnt out, and you don't want to burn players out. So that was a design problem. It wasn't about, to me, that wasn't about the pause. It was about the burnout they were creating. Which is why seasons are now gone to live on a farm upstate. Significantly slower but stable for 9 jump? Wow, that is, I don't know. Find something else to do. Taxes paid now. There is a new campaign, but it'll be done pretty quickly. But like, I don't know. Like, have you done your forge runs? I don't know your account status. I could spend a lot of time just doing forge runs. Hey, hydrate. The Dragon's Forge runs, like, to level up your legendary effects. Basically, you do a deep run, and then you go like all the way to 2001 or whatever, farm a lot of favor, and then before you reset, then you go level up all your legendaries that are attached to that favor, and then you reset, and you're, well, for most of us, you're back to where you started or higher. So you're not actually spending favor. We call those forge runs. It's not a normal favor push because you're actually, the only reason you're doing it is to level up your legendary effects. Oh, you're level 17 plus. Okay. So I said I didn't know where you're at there. So oh man, the way this is looking. We may have to do a second run. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. We got a ways to go. A long ways to go. You know what? I did not pop Gold Find. I was a little worried about it. But now I think maybe I'd be so worried about it. But the EO9 favor. So the question is going to be, we're up to E101. The question I'm ultimately going to have to make a decision about is, do I just, when these potions run out, we got 13 minutes, do I stop this run and start a new one? And more quick and run speed champions and get my damage up, speed gold find combo, and get to my goal potentially faster, or do I just push this one? And well, it'll depend on where we're at. So I'm going to save this. This is Wiz and plus Farlock. Because that is the restriction I'm dealing with, is Wisdom 10 plus, and this is a Carlock pushing team. Should have saved a starting team as well. But yeah, emergence events are Sienese messing with Letty out there. Well, any Briv gem farmers, basically. Well, I don't know. I think it's just this one because it's hit based. The old ones I actually really enjoyed. I thought they sped up. As long as they didn't have ranged enemies, they sped up my gem farm. Failing of the scales upon the defeat of Tiamat. Well, either defeating Tiamat or the 7 days ending. So if I defeat Tiamat, I get the full 63-66. Okay? Which includes a victory bonus. The big part of that is the victory bonus. If I don't defeat Tiamat, I get 1333 times 6.12% parentheses to get us a total times the percentage of her health I removed during the run. So it is prorated effectively. We will get a reward prorate on scales based off the progress we made. But because of the victory bonus, you want to win. You're actively punished. This is the one thing I don't like about Trials. You're actively punished for trying and failing in a much harder way than you are anywhere else in this game, in my opinion. I don't like that. I think they should just take away the victory bonus and just boost the scale totals. So that, you know, people aren't so super angry when they fail because somebody couldn't play that week. Is it a 0? You know, you're still getting rewarded. I reroll my legendary effect. I lose a level of legendary. No, the system was designed so that once you get to if you level it up to level 5 and then reforge it, it's level 5. It just changes the bonus to one of the others. It's really friendly that way. The unfriendly part of reforging is the cost going up every time you do it and then taking a week to get back down to normal. Hey, Fuzzy Boots. Swap Penelope and Shandy. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I wanted to make sure. I thought she had to be next to... Well, I had her next to a tank to heal them was kind of the idea I was going with. But we're, well ahead of the curve on damage, so I don't need to heal anybody. Yeah, I could probably spend 9 days doing forge runs on my main account and still have scales. That's a scary thing. I haven't done a forge run in probably 6 months or more. First emergence event since you started playing. Okay. Understand correctly, only earn corrupted gems from free play runs only, and is it all... So it's all free plays, but not only. Free plays is the major way you're doing it. It can be patron or regular. Don't ignore the thing about quests. Like, there are some variants in the game that award them, but ignore that because they're buried in campaigns, and it was something they were trying to do, and they got negative feedback about that, so they didn't bother doing more of those. The other way you can do it is any content that has a Vecna in it. So any of the Vecna Eve of Ruin content from the new campaign, or any of the Vecna Arc in the Sword Coast that has Vecna in it. When you kill those Vecnae, you will also get corrupted gems. But the best way to do it is just free plays, and really 100 a day. Shoot for this target of this daily quest 100 a day. If you're getting at least 100 a day, you're going to get your dailies done, and you can always like super farm a bunch of kills later on to get your drop ones, because these go up based off time, like event tokens. So you're not going to have the max amount available to get until the very last day. So you don't technically need to go hard every day. You could just grab your 100 kills and move on if you want. I'm going to be doing it in offline overnight and then in a background party after I'm done with my trial stuff. I didn't want to put anything in the background for this, just because. Yeah, as long as they're killing Fuzzy Boots. As long as they're killing things, every wave is going to have a chance to spawn Vecnae. And then as long as tokens are available, it'll drop a corrupted gem every, off those kills. So if you want to just park somebody in a free play, it'll work. Oh yeah, that's another thing. This total of 6366 has like a first time bonus involved in it too. It does go down later, but I don't mind that it goes down. I mean, I think you just got to look at it from a point of, you get a reward for the first time you beat it. I'm fine with that, but I just think that the victory bonus should go away after that. I don't think it serves a purpose after that. All right, Lenny. Curse the idiot away, bro. Yeah, Pranali, that's what I don't like is the trials is very discouraging for people who are like trying to, should I move up to the next tier? What if I hold my team back and we can't finish it? Like it creates a lot of anxiety and there's no need to. Like the system is designed to create anxiety that is not necessary and shouldn't be in this game. This game shouldn't create anxiety like that. So I don't know. Duplization of Vecnae, Cassini or Canadian? No. Vecnae is the version that they put forth as what the plural of Vecna is. I think in the blog. I'd pronounce it Vecnae. I don't know how else you would pronounce that. Mine's stuck on event in 0 seconds, but I don't know why. Restart your client? I restarted my client. It's always the thing to do if something's stuck. Restart your client? I don't know, Nathless. Submit a ticket. Becknay is also explaining the adventure text. Cool, I don't read it, but that's good enough. I used to read all the text in this game because that's how I play games. I like the story, but they trained me to stop reading it a long time ago, and I haven't gotten back to reading it. Now that it's in like the collect, now that it's in the game, and I can just go over here to and read stuff. I should. I haven't. They just trained me off of it years ago. Gotta be careful how you design. If you're gonna write story for games, you got to make sure. Like there's if you want people to read it, if you're gonna invest that much into this storyline, you should want people to read it, and they just didn't. They didn't really care about that. It's like Goose. It's Vecnese. No. When I read online, there are people contributing nothing for whatever reasons there might be. Would someone with slightly subpar DPS be that much of a drag? No, usually. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't go into like the healthiest perspective to go into trials with is to say, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the best I can do, and that's it, because you can't affect the rest of your group, right? People don't go into it with that perspective. They get mad. They get mad. It's like, there's so many reasons why somebody might be showing DPS, and only one of them is technically, one of those reasons could be that them just not doing anything on purpose, but there's like 4 different reasons that could show a 0. So I just do your thing in trials, and understand that in that system, sometimes you're going to carry other people, and sometimes other people are going to carry you. Vecnopusses. I don't think that's I don't think that's the plural. The answer to how to pluralize Vecna is in the first name. That's what I didn't understand. Like they said in the thing, it's Vecna, but then they're like a tale of 2 Vecnas. So which is it, CNE? Which is it? What did they put in here? Anything? Doesn't say. Yeah, I think maybe they backed off of the Vecna. Hold on. Spider Dragon? Wow. Spider Dragon, Spider Dragon. Doing whatever a Spider Dragon does. Oh, here's the line. Here's the line, folks. So it's Vecna's preferred plural, but I guess Vecna's as a plural is also, it's not the possessive, is also acceptable. But Vecna prefers Vecna, which we should always use what people prefer. Beckers. What's up, Beckers? My cousin, one of my older cousins did that to my name when I think might still. Oh, hold on. No, they add an O to the end of it. Like Vecno. What's up, Vecco? Like that kind of. That would be more like that. Yeah. I've had people do that. I've had other cousins do that, the ER thing. Friendly neighborhood spider dragon. That's what we're talking about. Oh, we're into the E130s, folks. not bad. Yeah, Ben, because, you know, look, just because you don't like someone doesn't mean that you shouldn't, that people don't deserve your respect. Like, people deserve a baseline amount of respect, just as foundational human rights, and then, you know, if you want to call him a jerk, call him a jerk, but don't participate in bigotry just because they're a bad person. There's other ways to insult them. Vecmeister, Veccarino, Vecky boy. Yeah, exactly. Vecnope is my favorite. Or Vecchia, Vecchia and Vecna, Vecna and Vecchia. Yeah, nah, somewhere in there. Vecchia, Vecna. I think Vecnites are his followers. I think that's the name of the followers. Well, respect is one thing, but you know, you don't insult people using like bigoted phrasing that insults groups by its base use, right? Insult the person. There's usually plenty of fodder for insults for a bad person, and you don't have to insult groups in the process, right? The original Vecna had an issue with hand-to-eye coordination. And that's the difference between our Vecna, and the Vecna that's coming in and invading is our Vecna has always failed, and the other Vecna has always succeeded. Yeah, what's the sound of one hand clapping? I don't know. Ask Vecna. So you can make that joke. That's how you make a joke about Vecna. That's how you make a joke about Vecna. Our speed potions wore off. We're a ways away, but I feel like we can keep. I mean, we were still earning. Well, just fine, I feel like. Plus, Penelope's building. Penelope's building their gold find boost. Uh, 2600. I mean, we're at EO4. I feel like we could. Gotta make a decision. Do I want to start over with the favor? Or do I want to just keep creeping? I feel like we're slow creeping. That's not the greatest. I think if we're going to stay here, what I need to do is build a gold find team and dirty farm. Have more potions. This would, I mean, I've got a good stock of potions, but if I had more, it'd be easier for me to just go, well, whatever. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do it. We're gonna stay and we're gonna do it in our 15. I'm gonna build a gold find party. Let me go ahead and star this one. And then we're gonna come back. we're gonna do. Wait, that was no. Instead, we're gonna come back. God dang it, you guys. Regis. Sure, I don't care. You're not in here to play. Just in here for the gold farm. Sure. And, no, that's gonna help. That might help. No, that's gonna help. Wait, we want Shandy in for speed. Maybe Minsk for speed? Yeah, because that's not enough gold farm. I don't know, I'm level 1 up, that isn't going to help us. Hitch for Jarlaxles, gold find. I think we stay with Diana for speed. Oh, of course we put Astarion in. And then we put the Dark Urge in. And we put Penelope back down. And we surround Penelope with a bunch of people. And put... Oh, hold on. Burning one. Yeah, we put Bruni in. Look, everybody, Bruni's a tank. I just want the Mithril Hull stack for the gold find for Regis. Remember, when you're spelling out dirty gold farm, it's got 2 R's. Keep it dirty. Dirty. You gotta get that R and the double R in there. Dirty. Alright, E1. Oh no, we gotta do more damage than that. E132. Excellent. Wait. Why are we not? That was weird. Okay. Yeah, we already got a bunch of upgrades over here. I always want to spend the gold on our pushing group first. Why is the Astarion doing damage? Oh, Carlock. There it goes. Still dead. I feel like the boss levels you take, I could. I mean, I'm not gonna, because that's too micromanaging. But I could, yeah. Our Vecna just suffered from the skullduggery of Cass. Well, that's the thing, is that the other Vecna defeated Cass. So I reckon their last meeting started with Cass saying, "Boss, can you give me a hand here?" I feel like Vecna walked in and said, "Hey, you want me to lend you a hand with that?" And Cass took it a little too seriously, a little too literally. Yeah, actually. Problematic part of their relationship. like burning all the ults, because why not? Why no Dritz in the gold find formation? Because I want Diana for speed. I like a combination of speed, like we're speeding through this and we're getting gold. So we've got like Diana and Shandy in here and Minsk giving us a little bit of racing through these levels while our butt is spiked. Last Lediath was here. They were tweaking their gem farm to work, and they got their Briv gem farm stable with the emergence, and then they had to go to meetings, I think, trainings or something. Yeah. There a connection between Vecna and Gale? Oh, no. I don't think so. Again, because that's not, you know, necessarily canonically Gale, right? I mean, it's definitely my favorite Gale. I didn't like Gale, so... Am I playing my main account now, too? No. I am not. I actually... Oh, I had Raid up. Oh, I finished what I was doing over here. Okay, I should probably turn this off. I should probably turn this off. Trying to get my tokens from the Cursed City done. Reset this. Reset. No, it doesn't matter if I reset them. Oh, it kind of does. Dang it. It was in my way. And we ran into stuff. Oops. Like, no, I can't hit the button. Bring it. Not a huge difference in our gold find right now. Well, I guess it's, well, 3 orders of magnitude, I guess, is big enough. It's not shooting up because we have no base favor here. Fallout New Vecnas? Wow. A crossover we didn't know we didn't need. How can I get a fire-breathing potion effect for longer than one adventure outside of the event boon? You can't. That's literally what the event boon does. That's only an event boon thing. New blessings? Oh, I didn't even look at the new blessing. Come on. Awfully lawful. Increase the number of lawful champions. Increase your gold find by something per epic on your formation. I don't care about... Why? Why? Okay, sure. I mean, hey, at least they gave us some gold find to earn. I guess that's better than nothing. Increase damage all champions base attacks melee. But Carlock's gonna love it here. The Rod of 7 parts. Increase the damage of all champions by 100% for each piece of the Rod of 7 parts you've collected, stacked multiplicatively. So there's going to be 7 pieces. And in this campaign, what you're doing is collecting the Rod of 7 parts. So basically, it's finish the storyline campaign, get 7 stacks of this. That's what it's saying. So you're not going to be able to do that for a while. right? But as the campaign progresses, that boost is going to stack multiplicatively 7 times. So 2 to the 7th is what we're talking about. So you're going to get a, oh no, that was the wrong thing. 128x damage bonus. It's pretty solid. Pretty solid. Swell useless? I don't. 128x is. That's one of the. That might be the biggest tier 1 global we've ever had. So I don't understand that statement, McDribble. Look, usually we just get 2x. Look, see? Tier 1, 2x, 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 2x. Oh, 3x. Sorry, Spelljammer gave us 3x. This one starts at 2x and can go up to 128x. Solid. Solid. Yeah. So it's going to scale up, but it starts out roughly the same, except for one other campaign. It starts out the same, then gets better. Let's hope that all of them get better like that, because that's what we need. We need global blessings that get better. Have your car washed once a month. I get free car washes. I don't know if there's a limit to the number of times in a month. I get free car washes with my car. I don't know that that's a reason to change your mind about buying a new car, but I love that. I do love that feature of that. You know, I bought that from the dealership I got it at. They've got a car wash that's right down this. It's just like a block away. That's just goes through a thing and gets charged to the dealership, or they own it. I have a Mazda. I have a little Mazda. The Carawar, as we call it. The Carawar is a little Mazda. Oh no. Mazda 3 hatchback. It's like, which one is it? What's it called again? Nathless, you can get the global blessing at any time. It's just not going to ramp up until they add more story content to the game. No, it's not the Garmobile. No, it's the car. It's just Carawar made more sense. Look, we just changed one letter. It's fantastic. We are still not at the damage we need. Remember, we're shooting for 187. 185 would do it, because 185 would additively get up to 187. Because we're at like 152, but so I should probably start keeping an eye out there. We'll get a little further, and you know, like a good ramp on her might be enough. But... moving on up. Well, Nathless right now it's a 2x. As they add more content, it keeps going up. Yeah, I don't. Maybe a year. Yeah, to the 128. But that's better than all the other global blessings for tier 1. So, because they don't change. Free car washes with oil changes. Yeah. Mine had the service contract for a lot of the free service stuff, but I think it might be falling off soon. Which is gonna suck. It's gonna suck. But that's the whole, you know, hey, they really want to push, you know, well, when that falls off, time to get a new car. And, you know, if you make good money, sure. But, like, my car doesn't even have 15,000 miles on it yet. So, why do I... It's basically new. Why would I want to trade it in? First service is at 2 years? Why is that that's wild. Okay. No, they start like mine, well, because I take it in for oil changes every 6 months. Even though we don't put a lot of miles on it, because it's free. So every 6 months, and they check to do stuff, and we've had, like, you know, the tires rotated at no cost, and we had, like, the brakes had issues with squealing, and so we get the, you know, that stuff cleaned out and fixed so it doesn't do that every now and then. Turns out the squeals are because we don't actually drive it enough. But it's like, I'm not going to drive my car more often just because, like, that makes no sense. I don't do anything. I take it into the dealership and they do whatever has to be done. When I say rotate your tires, it's not like they take the tire off the wheel. Everything gets moved around. If that's what you're asking. You wouldn't take the tire off the rim. Move the whole package. Who does what? Rotate their tires? Anyone who wants their car to not shimmy when they're driving down the road? Tire wear can be different. Oh, the way you said. Well, I said rotate my tires. And then you said, do you rotate your wheels? And I didn't understand why you were asking, because to me that's the same thing. Like, to me it sounded like you were asking if I rotate the wheels with the tires, which is why I was confused. You don't do it that way. Okay. I mean, we could... We're not even at 50 rage. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're up to E160 as our spike. I'm pretty sure we're going to be fine. What are we total? E161. Because we only hit that spike once. More gold. Yeah, usually when you buy new tires, They're supposed to, like, a good place balances them when they put them on your car. Otherwise, like, what? What? Yeah, that's. I feel like that wherever you went, they just didn't do it. They didn't do their job. Ooh, jumped up. Is it with the attendant? Mm-hmm. Well, I only have quick damage left. Speed potion wore off. I don't want to spend another speed potion on this. Because we're real close to our goal here. Yeah, Christine, not Carrie. Carrie was just. Well, I guess, I mean, do you want a car that eats people, or do you want a car that's dumps blood everywhere? That would be the Carrie, right, version. But Christine's a whole other thing. Yeah. You want to have to feed a person to your car every time you want it to go somewhere, or do you want it dumping blood all over the road as you drive? I mean, as it is now, don't most cars you have to feed a dinosaur to it every time you want it to go somewhere? So, aren't all cars a little bit of Audrey too? Audrey is a giant carnivorous plant. I think the joke is you feed a person to the car to get it to go. You know? Miles per granny. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, I would prefer the DeLorean. That just you just throw a little, you throw a little like you pour an unfinished beer and drop the cannon and then a banana peel into Mr. Fusion and away you go. I want that. I want that. That's the world I want to live in. That's the world I want to live in. Don't know why. Don't know why we can't come up with something like that. Oh, what? This isn't the right graphic. That's interesting. Sure. Sure. The heck? Okay. I don't know what was going on there, but it wasn't what I wanted. For sure. A Gale card, you can feed it magic items. And then it's still useless? Is that what... I did not like Gale in that game. Like, Gale's character. I tried to use him repeatedly. I gave him all kinds of spells and gear, and he was just always kind of garbage. Well, not the same way, Cal. I get what you're trying to say, but it's not. I can't just go. I can't be like, I need my car. I need to get some with my car, but it's on empty. Let me just rummage through my garbage can. You know, kill the bomb. Yeah, but I did that ending, and the game even tells you. You get the feeling this isn't the way this is supposed to end, and you know, like the game's like scrub. Oh, you had to use that option to beat the game, scrub. Oh no, did we Bud's Buggy? Wait, oh, I don't know because I screwed up. We said it with our Kira. Oh god, I could throw all this off. Yeah, when the game tells you you're doing it wrong, you know you did it wrong. You know you did it wrong at that point. Oh, that's that. Okay. Lazel, Nordum, and a star. Oh, Ceramorphosis, 200%. That's great. But I got 2 stacks. 2 stacks. What happened? We're not. But we also are somehow. All right, we're gonna pause this, and I'm gonna just flaming onion of Dune. And we're gonna see what happens. Nathalis, no. People are saying the gold find curve in Vecna, Eve of Ruin, is better, but the health curve went up appropriately, so it is more challenging. It's not super easy to get favor there, but it's easy to get gold. But it's there's some weird thing, but you can level up your champions this time. Whether you get a lot of favor for blessings, a whole different story. But it's not the same. Is it all free plays for the emergence event? Yes. Even patron free plays. We're up to E170. Did we... No, we're not even rage capped. This is why we paused. I'm like, I feel like we're close. We're getting real close. So remember, folks, the damage we want, I want this to say 187. We're real close, and I haven't capped my rage. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a tiefling and an onion cage. Wait, what? That's what it looks like. That did not tell me an ad was coming. Oh, we're almost there. Ticking up. We just need that to read. Oh, 186. Is that going to be good enough? Come on. Tick over to 187. I don't want it to go 187. I'm out. I'm out. Okay. So for those of you who are joining us late, I am attempting to get 2 achievements in my first attempt at Trials of Mount Tiamat. I'm trying to get the highest DPS in a run, which I'm the only one in my group, so I will get that. But I'm also trying to do the whole you complete all 7 days. And to do that, I have to limit my DPS to a specific mathematical number, which we're at 187. I like between 185 and 200, and I like to err on the lower side. And then it added, so this is it's the blue. I got the blue one to 187. And then I completed the run, so I get 100, so I'm at 287. I'm done. I'm not until tomorrow. I'm going to have to do a run off stream. And then I will do this next one. And then I have to do every day, which means at least 2 of the days I'm going to have to do this off stream. But I am on track to do the thing. Which is great. Okay, we've started Trials of Mount Tiamat. Now it's back to Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. So 187 every day. No. Okay, hold on. So it's just your day 1 contribution. Is day 1 is the important day. Day 1 is your most important day for trials. You want to set, normally if you were doing this in a group, again, I'm very picky about this because I'm doing it solo. I'm trying to get a very specific goal. Normally you'd be doing this in a group of 5 people. And in that case, you want this number to be as high as possible on day 1. Because every day you're going to get a new restriction, which means every day, most likely harder to actually make your damage number go up. So day 1 is the day you push. And normally, I mean, I wasn't soft capped or anything, so normally I would want to push. If I didn't soft cap, I would want to restart. I want to take that favor and I want to push, and I would soft cap again and put up the highest amount of damage I can. Again, based off your bud. It's based off setting your bud super high. And that's what you'd want to do on day 1. Because your total gets added with all of the 4 other people, and that becomes the party total DPS down here. And it's this party total DPS that works down Tiamat's health bar over the 7 days. Now today my completion area was 100. And I get 100 DPS bonus. That's how I'm at 287, right? Tomorrow I'm going to get 110 bonus for getting to like 125. Which is super easy. Should be 125, 150, 175, 200, 225, 250. We went to like 500 and something. So these are real easy, right? But I want to get every day. I'm just going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to do to the area goal, and I'm going to bounce. Just speed champions to my area goal and leave if I can. Because then it's going to take the 287. It's going to make it 397. Then the next day I'm going to get 120. And that's going to make it, 517, right? It's just going to keep adding on these numbers. And that scaly boost eventually will run Tiamat out of health. If I did it right. And hopefully I did it right. And yeah, an event starts in 2 weeks, but we have 2 weeks worth of time gates, natural time gates. So this Friday, you're going to have a natural time gate, unlock a champion for free. Next Friday, natural time gate, unlock a champion for free. The Wednesday after that, new event. Get 3 champions for free. But yeah, so the most work you're going to put in is your day 1. And then after that, it's just, I just got to knock out a speed run to whatever the area goal is. Comparatively speaking, right? Because your first day is the deep run or 2 deep runs. And yeah, now technically this is what I consider mid-game. Having started trials, to me, this is I am in the mid-game. I have at least I know I'm 2 feet in the mid-game at this point, I would say, because I've got 3 patrons. Technically, I've qualified. Technically, Zariel is ready. I just need more champions. Yeah, this is mid game now.